Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. CBN speaks, gives direction on the acceptance of old Naira notes. In case you still have some old Naira notes, please don't be in a hurry to discard it. There are directions on how these things should be and what we should be doing. Some people still have it piled up, and they could find out that when they go to make a purchase or a transaction, some people are not accepting it. And now CBN is giving an official statement in terms of some of the things that should be okay, how we should go about this old Naira note and everything. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. CBN gives directives on acceptance of old Naira notes. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has given a directives on the acceptance of old Naira notes in the country. The Apex Bank, in its latest statement, claimed that the old 200, 500, and 1,000 ceased to be a legal tender on February the 10th, 2023. They said they're not the use them again. I mean, it just seized. It's been seized. It's no longer accepted. Okay? CBN stated this despite the Supreme Court restraining the Apex Bank for going ahead with the deadline after Kogi, Kaduna, and Zamfara state governors filed suit before the court. The court has answered the prayers of states and adjourned the case till February the 15th. However, there have been silence on the part of the Apex Bank since the court gave its ruling. The CBN branch coordinator in Bauchi, Idris Adas, in a chat with journalists, said the old Naira notes were no longer legal tender. He said, in the last 24 hours, we have been updated in questions with various angles from the general public about our operational guidelines on the old currency notes. Be that as it may, there are so many questions here and there which people have been asking us. So for the avoidance of doubt, we wish to state categorically that CBN is ready and is open to receiving all of those old notes based on certain conditions and criteria. Customers are free to pay to come to the bank and deposit, which they cannot do with the commercial bank anywhere, because the currency has now been seized to be a legal tender since the 10th day of this month. Consequently, the management of CBN decided that those customers will have a sign of relief by coming to the office of CBN in all the 36 states of the Federation, including the FCT, to deposit their old Naira notes. The customers have to go to CBN portal and fill a form in their portal. There will be a form there concerning this currency redesign and exchange. After filling the form, you generate a code. You either print it or come with it on your mobile phone and give us the code and the information contained therein in the form. You are expected to provide all the basic information about yourself, your account details, and the amount you want to deposit. By the time you are done with that currently, you come to CBN where the code will be accepted from you, as well as the money processed and confirmed, and genuineness or however otherwise of the money, to avoid receiving fake notes, because there are some fake notes currently in circulation. So currently speaking, my people, this is what is happening right now. Issues are still on ground, very much on ground, and every single person can see that we all have to get on with it and get ourselves together as a nation. So CBN now is saying to Nigerians that the old Naira notes have ceased to be a legal tender, despite the fact that the bank says they should halt on that. So CBN has its own jurisdiction beyond. So do we have a system in this country, between you and I? Our Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, said, oh, we will obey the ruling of the court. But it does not seem very much like that. Buhari and his best friend, I call him his best friend because he feels like Emefiele is doing it alone. That's not very true. Emefiele is just saving face. Buhari is just saving face under Emefiele. Emefiele is just the one carrying the bonds. Meanwhile, they hash the plans together. Emefiele is not acting alone. No, he's not. Himself and Buhari are in this together. So when you are abusing Emefiele, know that Emefiele will not wake up one morning, go to the bank and say, I want to print new notes. Approval came, and so many things, and things have been. Okay, so these are not just things you just wake up to one morning and say, oh, I just want to change the old Naira note. I feel like changing it. No. Okay, so this is part of what is happening currently now. This is what is going on. And every single one of us must understand that we have a nation, we have a people where truth seems to be distant or so far away that we can hardly, relate with it as it ought to be. Because those that should stand up for what is right are doing some other things. So at the end of the day, as a nation and as a people, we seem not to be getting ahead because there are people who should be minding the position of ensuring who we've entrusted with leadership, okay, of this country. However, they have other things that they are doing and Nigerians are not in view. It is their own personal agenda, what they will gain and how they will go about it. That's what they are after. So Nigerians are very far from anything called reality of their views. Okay, so Nigerians, in case you still have the old Naira note, they say you should go to CBN office to get it exchanged. You get there, there's a form to fill. After submitting the form, a code will be generated to you, and with that code you can be able to now deposit it, and you will get the equivalent of that amount you have deposited. Meanwhile, your details will be taken in relation to that form. Everything that is needed will be in that form, and you'll be able to do things accordingly. So wake up, my people. It is the dawn of a new day. Things are happening and it is no longer business as usual. So it is what it is. If there is anything called change, remember that things are beginning to change. And every single one of us must understand this so that we are not taken unawares. Some of these people are working for themselves, not for Nigerians. Okay, so it is important that we get this straight once and for all. We get it clear. Yes, remember, this nation belongs to us, not what they say, not them. Bye for now.